Hello, 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 everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Rainey Ray, and I am an essential oil educator and enthusiast. I just love these oils and our other oil infused products. Um, well, I'm coming to you from our RV where we've been on the road up in the high plains since the end of June and loving it. It's so wonderful to be able to do my doTERRA biz wherever we travel. So, and we've got great internet right now. We've hooked up Starlink and it's been phenomenal. Today I want to talk to you about skin, hair, and focus. Okay, kind of a fun combo, but things that we're all concerned about, that we all want to know about. So, before we get started, just those quick announcements. Stack up on things that you use every day, with things that have been happening since COVID, with supply chain issues and shipping issues. I try and keep, at least 3 months of stuff that we use every single day. I know it sounds like a lot, but really it isn't in the scheme of things in this day and age. Use your points that you earn with our rewards program because they expire a year after you earn them. Also, anyone who wants to earn an extra 500 or more a month, I am happy to go over it with you and mentor you. It is so easy now that doTERRA has opened up some avenues for us. Um, Also, when I send out text from my biz texting number, don't reply to that. Reply to my regular personal cell number. The business texting number is just that, sending out business texts. So let's schedule some classes and get-togethers. I'm going to be back in Southwest Florida, middle of August. Larry and I will fly back, and Tom will continue on his travels, doing some more jobs along the way home. We can do things in person. We can do stuff by Zoom. There are so many opportunities to help those people that are in your lives up-level their health with natural solutions. So, also remember, dive into your reference books. Use our Facebook group if you're a customer of mine, or a customer within our team. There are so many great ways to use the oils. And always go to, if you want to know what the current specials are, go to my website, rainyray.com/specials. Okay, so let's dive in. Oils for skin, hair, and focus. doTERRA groups things together in their promotions and specials for a reason, okay? And there are certain oils that we really want to have in our natural healthcare toolbox. And tea tree is one of them. If you've been with doTERRA a long time, you may have a bottle that is labeled Melaleuca, okay? They changed the main name in order to be consistent around the world, okay? So, doTERRA essential oils are, doTERRA is a global company. I don't know what's going on with this here. And so therefore they want to be consistent with naming of things throughout the world. Okay, so let's dive in again. Skin. Use tea tree for anything skin that's icky. Okay, it is our basic cleaner. All right, so we all get blemishes. Heck, I'm going to be 70 in September and I get blemishes. Okay, open up the bottle, just dampen your finger from the top and apply that wherever you have a blemish. It'll dry it up from the inside out. Okay, you'll be amazed at how fast tea tree works for skin blemishes. You can add it to your toner to up level your daily skin cleaning routine. Okay, our toner is also a pore minimizing toner, and you can add some extra tea tree in that. So, skin irritations, rashes, itchy eyes, shingles, insect bites, stings. I use it for all of those things, okay? Just apply tea tree to the affected area. If it's something around the eye, never put oils in your eye, but apply it around your eye, okay? You can add tea tree to your shampoo. You can use it then when you have, if you have dandruff and even scabies or lice, God forbid. Make a spray with tea tree and water and spray it around the hairline and on your scalp to protect from lice, especially for kids in school where lice may be a problem. Tea tree is in our hair grow spray. More on that later. All right, you can see here I'm getting a lot of new growth in. I have our hair growth spray with me, of course. All right. And because of being out riding the motorcycle, even though I wear a helmet, hair is tied back and you do the best you can, with ties that don't break your hair off, but you still get breakage. Thank goodness we have the hair growth spray so that it actually helps me to grow my hair back fast. So tea tree is also great for crud, all right? Injuries that result in broken skin make it easy for germs to get into your bloodstream, which can lead to infection, all right? Tea tree oil can be used to clean and disinfect minor cuts and abrasions by killing the bacteria that can cause the infections in an open wound and promote healing. I prefer tea tree over peroxide or any of those things that we used to use because it is less harmful to your skin and it promotes the healing. As an essential oil traditionally used as antibacterial and antifungal treatment, early research shows that it may help with nail fungus when used topically. That's fingernail, toenail fungus. However, more research is needed, of course, I have to say that. I can tell you that I have used tea tree for toe fungus that I got when I was going to get a pedicure years and years ago. And it worked really good. You just have to be consistent applying it once a day and be patient. This was on a toenail, and toenails grow out slowly, so more slowly than fingernails. So just be patient. With tea tree, you can say goodbye to pink eye, staph infection, MRSA, by applying it on or around the affected area. Remember, like for pink eye, we would apply tea tree and lavender around the eyes, all right, not in the eyes. You can combine tea tree also with On Guard for increased power. Mouth sores, all right, apply on the affected area when they appear or to prevent them from getting worse. Add tea tree to your oral health routine. Pardon me. It is such a powerful weapon that we can use when you have something going on in your mouth and to maintain healthy gums and just a healthy mouth generally. So add with frankincense, lemon, oregano, and On Guard to make our flute, FLOOT, frankincense, lemon, oregano, On Guard, and tea tree. What I love to do is add it to water and gargle and swallow when you feel it, coming on. You know what I mean. When you feel like you've been exposed to something and you don't, and when it's starting in you, okay? You can make a roller with that flute, frankincense, lemon, On Guard, oregano, tea tree, and roll it on the bottoms of your feet. Tom and I have not been sick since 2017. One of the main reasons is because of that flute recipe, okay? In addition, a friend here in South Dakota who has a food truck burned herself. She told me about it earlier this morning. What did I do? What did I give her to use on it? Tea tree to clean it, peppermint to cool it, and lavender to soothe and heal the skin. Boom, done. She'll do that a couple times today, a couple times tomorrow, and it's history, okay? So tea tree also for other cooties, all right? It's been shown, tea tree has been shown to be, and I'll read this, effective against bacterias as a quick hand sanitizer. And, you know, I love to add it to my shower spray, all right, which I use the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate in our 10-ounce continuous spray bottles. You can get them anywhere, but the doTERRA ones are really good. And I spray down the shower walls and floor when I get out of the shower. Whether you have a walk-in or a step-in shower, it doesn't matter, okay? And it helps to reduce any crud from developing. It helps to reduce soap scum, and it makes it so you really don't have to clean it much, all right? Insect repellent. One study found that 24 hours after being treated with tea tree oil, cows had 61% fewer flies than cows not treated with tea tree oil. Okay, a test tube study revealed that tea tree oil had a greater ability to repel mosquitoes than DEET. All right, and we know that DEET is not good for us. The most common active ingredient DEET is in commercial insect repellents. Okay, so use tea tree also as a natural deodorant. Remember, the perspiration doesn't stink, it's the bacteria that does. And tea tree oil's antibacterial properties may control underarm odor related to perspiration caused by bacteria. So hair, whether it's you or your dog that needs to grow hair, any other animal, okay, except cats, we're gonna dive into rosemary for hair, okay? So rosemary, rose hair. When I said not cats, remember, do not use tea tree oil topically with cats and dogs, okay? But rosemary is great for all species to grow hair. So tea tree and rosemary together are in the human version of our hair growth spray, and no tea tree in the pets and animals version. For humans, simply combine 20 drops each of frankincense, lavender, tea tree, copaiba, peppermint, cedarwood, clary sage, geranium, and rosemary in a 4-ounce fine mist spray bottle, and top that off with water. Give it a shake, spray it on your scalp and through your hair. A little less more often is better than more only once in a while, okay? So I like to tell people you can do it during the day. It won't make your hair greasy. I love to do it after I've shampooed and conditioned my hair, so that then, you know, it's deep into the scalp. My hair, I've been using the hair growth spray for a number of years now. And as you can see, for somebody who's going to be 70, my hair is in great condition. Okay. By the way, when you buy that combination of oils and you're making the hair growth spray, it'll make at least 15 bottles of our hair growth spray. So it goes a long, long way. For dogs and other animals, combine rosemary, lavender, copaiba, and cedarwood. And you want to combine those in a spray bottle with water. The amount depends on the species and the size of the animal. So get with me and we can talk about your pet or animal's needs. So rosemary, you definitely want in your healthcare toolbox, all right? It is been shown in studies to be a great expectorant, decongestant. It can increase memory and concentration. It decreases inflammation and has a balancing effect on the endocrine system. So mental, adrenal, chronic fatigue, headaches, you can diffuse rosemary and take it in aromatically. Apply it topically under your nose, back of the neck and shoulders, or take it internally in a capsule. Our rosemary, like most of our oils, is not only recommended for internal use, but it is labeled and approved by the FDA as being intended for internal use with supplement facts on the bottle, okay? Don't use rosemary on cats topically. For dogs, remember, use caution, and that's why in our hair growth spray for dogs and other animals, it is, the smaller amounts of the oils. All right, so why rosemary? All right, let's talk about that. Rosemary is included in many of our blends. Adaptive, which is our mental health blend. It's our calming blend. Past tense, which is our tension blend. It can be used for whether you have head tension, muscle tension, anything like that. Thinker, it's in the kids collection, but remember, the kids collection is not just for kids, okay? So Thinker is our focus blend in the kids collection, and Rosemary's in there. Motivate. I love Motivate. If you've never tried it, give it a try. If you need motivation, whether it's for whatever it is, okay, apply Motivate, breathe it in. You're gonna feel motivated. Rosemary is great for respiratory. So if you have a respiratory infection, if you have other conditions respiratory wise, if you have a loss of smell, you can apply rosemary topically and diffuse it. I love rosemary, not only for the hair growth spray, but for memory and focus. All right. Apply it topically under your nose. I like to dilute it. Some people don't. Okay. You can put it on across your forehead, diffuse it, as I said. One of my favorites is diffusing rosemary with wild orange and peppermint. So if I were going to put 4 or 5 drops of wild orange and peppermint in the diffuser, I would only put about 2 drops of rosemary in. It really does help with focus, whether it's for you or school people, kids, college people, whatever it is. All right. So how do we increase focus? Okay. Especially as we age. Okay, we want to maintain a good memory. We want to be able to focus on things. We want to have that same brain sharpness that we had in younger years. Okay, so first of all, start with this is non-negotiable. One of our foundational health products, our supplements, whether you go with our Lifelong Vitality, which is the capsules, and it's a 3-part system that includes the omegas, or if you go with, which Tom and I have switched over to, our VMG, and we add in our new E omegas. So the thing is, you take it consistently, and most people experience improved focus, memory, and overall brain function. I know Tom and I have. Okay, so blends from doTERRA that target focus. Okay, this I grabbed out of my purse. Remember, I don't have every oil with me here on the road. Okay, but I always take my adaptive roller, and I have adaptive in the 15 mil to put in the diffuser here in the RV. Okay, so this adaptive roller is just amazing. If you're going to roll it on, do like I just did. Breathe it in, okay, and make sure that you're taking it in aromatically as well as topically. Our Intune, which I don't have with me here, but it's a wonderful focus blend, just like Thinker is for the kids, okay? Single oils that help with focus. Peppermint, of course, our supermint. And peppermint and supermint both come in the beadlets. Okay, so let me get this so you can see. Okay, so these beadlets are just little, I call them like almost bits like caviar. Okay, they look like, and let me grab one for you. It's a little difficult because they're so little. And they each have a 1/4 drop. I don't know if you can see that even. There you go. A 1/4 drop of oil in it. So I like to pop a couple in my mouth. Some people just swallow them. I like to soften that gel coating in my mouth and then pop them and spread it around. It's just so invigorating. and great for focus. And super mint, I don't have the 15 ml bottle with me, but I always take the beadlets, all right? Super mint is great for that too. There's so many other uses for these, fresh breath, all that kind of stuff. So these are great. The other little tip I'll tell you is, let's say that I wanted some peppermint oil, but didn't have peppermint with me. You can break open one of the little beadlets. Let's say I had a burn, and you can apply that right on the burn. Okay, that's giving you your peppermint for that. So other oils and blends that I like for focus is frankincense, of course, the king of oils. Frankincense is amazing for brain health and amazing, and it crosses the blood-brain barrier, and it's great for focus, okay? Shinrin Yoku, which is our forest bathing blend. That's one that if you follow me, you know that I diffuse that in my office a lot because it helps with focus and it just makes me feel so alive, okay? Geranium is fabulous. Beside being one of our oils that's steroidal in its chemical composition, it also is an oil for focus, and you want to roll that on the bottom of your feet, okay? So rosemary is great for prostate issues, nighttime urination. Some people really find it effective for fainting, dizziness, low blood pressure, rapid heartbeat, thinning hair. Let's talk about this hair growth spray again for a moment. All right. So rosemary is an essential component in the hair growth spray. So you would be applying the hair growth spray or simply rosemary to your scalp, and or you can mix it in your shampoo. All right. For humans, our full hair growth spray, I already gave you the list of, but let's say you don't have all those oils. We'll use what you have, but make sure to include rosemary. And rosemary is 10% off this month. And by the way, you get a free, not a 15 ml, but a 5 ml bottle of tea tree this month. When you use your rewards order, one of the many benefits of our rewards order is we can qualify for a free oil every month. doTERRA is giving the top oils, of which tea tree is one. And you simply have to place a 125 point value, PV, product value, whatever you want to call it, order. Like when you get your supplements, you also can get a free bottle of tea tree. Okay. Any questions about that? Just let me know. If you want to take a test drive, I was reluctant to use anything that even smacked of a subscription. Okay. And boy, was I wrong, because our rewards order, you can edit it every month. You can order as little as one thing. You earn your points. You can use your points on stuff to reduce down the cost of things below wholesale. I mean, it's amazing. All right. So the mini hair growth spray, rosemary, clary sage, peppermint, cedarwood, and geranium. Again, rosemary, clary sage, peppermint, cedarwood, and geranium. All right. Use rosemary for tired or weak muscles. We don't think of rosemary for that, but add it in to your recipe when you're talking about tired muscles. And bone pain. It's in our gout recipes. Remember, it's also a natural steroid. Weird things like malaria or an abundance of parasites, jaundice, liver and kidney issues. Think about rosemary. Nervousness, depression, addictions, low dopamine. Think about rosemary. Jet lag, apply it under your nose, back of the neck, or diffuse rosemary, okay? Believe it or not, cellulite, lymphatic drainage, congestion, or chemical toxicity or exposure. Think about rosemary. Rosemary was part of my protocol for recovering from a hazardous material exposure doing search and rescue work a number of years ago. The medical profession did not know what to do. They basically said there was nothing wrong with me. All right. So I healed myself using our natural solutions, essential oils and our blends, including rosemary. Also big in that was our Zendocrine products. That's our detoxification product. The Zendocrine oil blend, the Zendocrine soft gels that are the oil blend in there, and the Zendocrine complex, which is herbs and things that I still take to this day alongside of the oil. All right. Believe it or not, also things like Bell's palsy, multiple sclerosis, paralysis, you want to think about rosemary. Cancer, hepatitis, diabetes, think about rosemary. Look at the research, okay? Rosemary brings you emotionally from confused to open-minded. It gives you clarity, okay? So rosemary is amazing. If you have any questions or just comment below, whether you're watching this on YouTube or in our private Facebook group or in our business page. All right. And once again, I am just thrilled to be able to come to you from the road. It has been a wonderful experience. I'll be back in Southwest Florida, as I said, mid-August. Larry and I fly home on the 12th. And we'll open the house, restock it with stuff, and be back in the saddle. It's been great. So reach out with any questions. I am happy to help. And it is my passion and my joy to help people and their pets get healthier with these natural solutions. So take good care. Happy oiling and love to you all. Take care.